Good evening, and it is Hump Day. Happy Hump Day, everybody. It's another CWHITT session. My goodness, we have been moving around. What's a CWHITT session? I'm so glad you asked. A CWHITT session is a pop-up interview in a pop-up location with a surprise guest. Earlier, I made a post saying that if you are a business owner and you want to take your brand to the next level, then you need to tune in to this live conversation. Are you tuned in? Are you listening? Are you watching? Do you have your notepads out? I hope so, because my special guest today is not only a friend and Gary native, but she is also a Gary Westside graduate. So, this is a very special edition because I have a fellow Cougar here. But in all seriousness, this is Cheryl Anderson, and she is the proprietor, the owner, the leader of Fuel Media. And she and I have been working together over the past few months, but finally, she has come home to the area for a few days, and I finally get to get you on camera. Hey, Cheryl, welcome home.
Thank you. Glad to be here. Good to finally meet you in person. Zoom is good, but in person, it's just great to be back face to face.
It's best. And I'm like listening to your voice, and I'm feeling so warm and fuzzy because I'm like, I've been hearing this voice for months and months.
Absolutely.
So you and I connected, and many of you probably have received correspondence from Fuel Outdoor Media. Cheryl is the guru when it comes to placing your brand in a transit environment, meaning your face, your logo, your tagline can be rolling on the buses all over Northwest Indiana. And let me tell you, it works.
Yeah.
Some of my clients have used your services, and people pull up and they're like staring at the light at that same logo over and over and over. And don't let it be a train.
Well, what we say is it's hard to miss a bus.
Mm-hmm.
You can try to go around it, but I've even gotten calls that says, because we'll put your ad here, call us. And people have called me like, I've been behind this bus for 10 minutes. And I decided to give you a call, like, what is this all about?
I love it. That's a perfect advertisement for you.
Absolutely, because you just can't miss a bus.
And you cannot. So tell me how you got started in Fuel, or do you want to start with dear old Gary and growing up in Gary?
Well, grew up in Gary, of course. Many years ago now.
Okay.
Westside High, Charleston Middle School.
Same.
So then, of course, Westside High, and then moved to Purdue University in West Lafayette.
Okay.
So a lot of the family members, that's where we went, was Purdue. So that's when I left home and moved to Houston and did other various operations. But to be honest with you, my nephew, who's the president of Fuel, is Patrick Mincy out of Jacksonville, Florida.
Shout out to Patrick.
As a matter of fact, it's his birthday today. He's in Las Vegas.
Oh, that's the perfect place to be.
I know, right?
Happy birthday.
So it is really his brainchild. He started out in outdoor advertising, doing bus benches, and then he transitioned and saw an opportunity to start a business.
Okay.
So he started, and then I joined him in 2016. As VP, and then bought into the company as part owner.
That is awesome. So how is it working with your nephews? So I adore my nephews, but in my mind, they are my children. And so it's like...
Yeah, it is. Sometimes you do feel like you're working with your children. Well, it's a different kind of generation.
Yeah.
So, they're not they're kind of paperless, and I'm old school, so we kind of bump heads on a little bit of that.
But you teach each other things, right?
Exactly.
Good.
Exactly. So that's another thing. He does the more technical, researchy kind of stuff, and I do more of the detail things that got to get done stuff. So
and I love your approach.
Yeah.
That's a great approach.
So it's an old school, new school, but we meet in the middle and we get it done.
So let me just tell you how proud I am of you for being able to secure the account with Gary Public Transportation Corporation. And it gives you a connection to back home.
Yeah. When we saw the RFP come out 3 years ago, I called him like, we got to go after this one. Because it's nothing like working at home. It's nothing like feeling like you're giving back, and like the letter we wrote to them, we'll take pride in this account.
Yes.
Any other business is just an account.
Exactly.
For me, this is home, and we're going to do it right.
And I will look in the cameras and say, she takes great care of me when it comes to my clients with bus advertising. Well, I don't know if she knows it or not. Nobody's watching, but sometimes it'll carry over a couple of weeks or something after the date until they get ready to change the artwork out. I'm like, hey, that board was supposed to be expired. Yeah. Thanks, Cheryl.
Yeah, sometimes that happens, and we don't really worry about it because it's all in scheduling and installers and artwork, and so let's say it supposed to come off November 1st, where my installer could be somewhere else on November 1st is just November 1st. But
cool. Give me till November 5th. I'll take
it. So we don't, and then when it gets cold, it might be even a little longer.
I'll take that too.
So it just depends.
So a lot of my friends and colleagues are business owners, and they may not be aware, Cheryl, but bus advertising is it's affordable.
Yes, it really is.
So talk to a person who says, I don't know. Cheryl, make them know.
Well, what it is, it's affordable, but it's also an investment.
Okay.
So when I talk to people, it's like, if you want to invest in your company, don't look at this as a cost. Look at this as an investment.
I like it.
Because you're actually putting your brand out there.
Okay.
What price do you put on that?
Yeah.
So on the back of a bus, you can get on the back of a bus. The smaller the panel, the cheaper it is, and the cheaper the monthly rate is. Now, if you want to do a full bus wrap, then we can accommodate that.
That's my goal one day.
Yeah, absolutely.
You see me riding around Gary like this, it makes me think of Sex in the City.
Yeah.
And at the end, where every time Carrie Bradshaw sees her face on the bus, I think of you every time I watch those videos.
I remember that.
Yeah.
So that's what we look at. It's affordable for... we have realtors that have been on buses. We have law firms that have taken up a full bus. Mm-hmm. It just really depends on your budget. Mm-hmm. And maybe you can grow from a smaller budget to then feel like you want to do another bus.
I want to wrap, Cheryl.
Okay, we'll have to work on it.
They're going to be like, how obnoxious. And I'm going to be like, I don't care. Who are you with all over the county?
And everybody know who you are.
Exactly.
That's right.
And so talk to me, that's a perfect segue in the benefits of that. We love billboards. I get it. Stationary. Hey, I'm staring at you.
Right.
But the mobile piece you have explained to me of the opportunities for moving around.
Well, yeah, Gary Public Transit goes all the way down Broadway. It hits Cherryville. It goes to Maryville. It goes a little bit even into Valparaiso. And then it also goes out to the beach. Mm-hmm. So depending on what route your bus is on, one day it could be at the beach, driving around, getting around town, or it could be going all the way down Broadway and making its way around there. So, and we can't guarantee what routes. It just depends on whether the bus needs to go on that particular day because of operations.
Okay.
But, it's not going to be in one stagnant place.
Yeah.
So if you're looking for customers that go down I-30, then fine.
Okay.
Be on the billboard and they'll go down I-30. But if you're looking to grab customers in where they work, where they shop, where they eat, whatever, then you're going to see them pretty much on the buses.
Amber, what you think? You want to be on a bus? She's like, yeah. So for those of you who are watching, business owners looking to build your brand, want to make the investment, not a cost, an investment. How do they get in touch with you, Cheryl? And you're not just in Northwest Indiana. I mean, you have accounts around the country, right? In different markets.
Yes.
Because we have viewers from different markets. So that's why I asked.
We are in Panama City. We're in Lake Charles, Louisiana, Nashua, New Hampshire. We have bus benches in Toledo, Ohio. So we're also in South Carolina now.
Ooh, so
we're proud of being a small boutique business that are branching out to do more.
Yeah, and so how would they reach out? What's the starting point? You do a consultation?
Well, you can go to fuelmediaoutdoors.com.
Okay.
And then it will show all our different markets.
Fuelmediaoutdoors.com. We'll make sure we put that in the comments.
Yeah.
Now, you are an MBE, and what's it like? Female-owned, small business. I'm sure there are challenges because I have mine.
Yes.
Share and tell me how you overcome.
Prayer.
Amen. So we're on the same page.
Absolutely. But one thing, again, like I said, we're a boutique company. And so we're not trying to compete with the large companies out there that can do, let's say, Chicago Transit. We're talking about
I'm claiming that for her.
Like 300 something buses. Mm-hmm. We're in the market of maybe 100 to 25 buses.
Okay.
The challenge is capital. Mm-hmm. You have to, when you bid on these projects, you have to to put capital on the table as to what you can do for them.
Yeah.
So I would say that's one of the challenges.
Okay.
But I think how we're unique is that our retention rate in our markets, we actually have waiting lists on a couple of our markets right now, waiting to get on. When is this person coming off the bus?
Yeah, please get off the bus so I can get on the bus.
So we do have, and that's even throughout the pandemic in some of our markets, we were able to sustain.
But that even makes more sense during a pandemic. It's like, what are other ways I can get my message out there? If people are just standing outside because they were feeling like I need to be outside, exactly. Well, there goes the bus, and there's that ad on the side.
Yeah, exactly.
Front. So you talked about bus benches too, and I know you also, at least in Gary, I know about signage and shelters.
The ad columns is our new product down at the
Adam Benjamin Center.
Exactly.
I'm such a Gary girl.
Yes, you are.
The Adam Benjamin Center.
Exactly. So we did ad columns there that created more space. And it actually adds more color and pop to the building.
Yeah.
And so people that come, because the buses go there and do transfers and what have you.
Yeah, and people are just standing there.
Yeah.
So I'll be like, they're like, who you with? Who you waiting on? Who you with?
We've had a realtor that's actually there. Now the Excel Center is one of our major clients out there.
Okay, shout out to the Excel Center.
Yeah,
love those guys over there.
Right, and we just got Dr. Walker on.
Hey, Roland. Just saw him yesterday, our health commissioner.
He just did a King rap with us. We got a voting.
Wait a minute, Roland has a rap.
He has a King rap on our bus.
All right, okay, Roland, I see you. It's time to level up. I need a rap.
So the Walker Medical.
Yes.
Yeah, so they just got on our bus about 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're excited about working with him and his office.
Well, I'm just smiling. I know you're like, why are you smiling at me so hard? First of all, because you're home.
Yes.
But second, you represent that next person, that opportunity for us as we are really, as business owners, trying to level up. So we're the next generation. I am the child of entrepreneurs. My parents owned gas stations in Gary for almost 40 years.
Okay.
And I fought being an entrepreneur, so hard. I was like, I need that 9 to 5, I need that insurance, and I need that check every 2 weeks.
Exactly.
As God would have it, I'm in a different lane right now. And so we're constantly, as entrepreneurs, looking to say, how can people know me? Mm-hmm. How do they know I exist? And if I'm rolling all around the city, you're doing it for me by pushing the bus all around the region.
Exactly. Gary Public Transit is a good resource, and there's a lot of, we got a lot of opportunities, some open space. But one thing I do want people to know is that when you are paying to be on that transit, that money is going to Gary Public Transit.
All right.
And so what we see is dollars staying in Gary.
Okay.
Local businesses supporting local businesses.
Oh, you're talking Gary. My language.
Exactly. And so it's nice to get the large corporations on the buses, but if what we can do to help small businesses get their brand out, then that helps everybody, and it helps the economy of Gary.
Oh, my goodness. It's like you've been watching all of my videos. I say it at some point in every video, I talk about dollars turning over in our community, supporting our own. And it's no diss to all my colleagues and friends in other communities, but they're already doing it, Cheryl.
Yeah.
So we have to do more of that. And so I know you travel home to see family and other things, but I'm so glad we have gotten a chance to connect. And we're going to hang out a little bit after, because I am going to a place to introduce you to some more entrepreneurs. Do you all want to meet Cheryl? Cheryl, how can they call you, email you, and bug you and say, Chelsea told me to call you?
Cheryl at fuelmediaholdings.com.
Cheryl at fuelmediaholdings.com. Listen, you're on the couch. Put those chips down. Get a notebook. You need to start advertising on buses. I'm going to do it. I need that rap.
Here we go.
I'm ready to get wrapped on a bus, or at least a little sign. Let me stop saying that when you be like, it'll cost this. But I understand the investment. I do understand that. And last question before we get out of here.
Okay. As
far as the design goes, so you have somebody who may be interested, and they're like, but I don't have a graphic guy, so what should my sign look like? All right, tell us how that works.
Well, we'll talk to you about what you want to do. So, typically, someone has something somewhere.
Okay.
So what we want to do is, let's say CWHITT, right here.
Right here.
So we'll say, well, have you advertised on a billboard? Obviously, a lot of them have done something on a website.
Okay.
So we like to make everything mirror each other. You know, you don't want to have a brand on the bus that doesn't follow suit with your, you know, with your website or whatever.
Okay.
So our designer, if you don't have anything, he will go out to your website, try to pull your logo down, get a nice picture of you, and then come up with whatever tagline you want. Okay. Because quite frankly, on a bus or interiors in the bus, or even on a bus shelter, people are driving and walking. So it's not like they got a lot of time to read a lot of stuff.
That's right.
So it really needs, less is more.
Okay.
You know, an attorney may say injured, question mark, phone number. That's
Call
all
me.
you need to know,
I
right?
got you, yeah.
Yeah, that's all you need to know. So we keep it clean, we keep it simple. And quite frankly, our designer is really at no more cost than what we already do.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So I love to give shout outs and kudos. I'm sure you want to say hey to your GPTC folks, one of which is my buddy. Shout out to David Wright.
Absolutely.
That's my buddy. He's my counterpart when it comes to communications.
Absolutely.
And I notice the expansion that they're doing on their brand proper.
Exactly.
As far as the bus shelters, the little tweets that they put out.
They actually just got some new buses. They got 3 new buses.
Okay, Gary.
And they're getting ready to get some hybrids in, if they don't already have them.
Okay, City of Gary, let's go GPTC. And side note, they're also hiring. Somebody told me to say that.
Okay.
Go to GPTC website and look at what they have. Serious inquiries only. Okay, I'm back.
All right.
But
good plug.
A great partnership.
Exactly.
We're entering into the holidays. What does that look like in your business? Do people do like specialty? I want to, get people to shop with me, that kind of stuff.
We typically don't really get into seasonal stuff. It just depends. And we do have Chef Black. He's another shout out to
Chef Black.
We're working with him on getting something going for the holidays for his business.
Now he is everything.
Yeah.
My pastry king, you super talented Garyite you, but that's great.
So
how did you hook up with Chef Black?
Through David. Yeah. So
see what I'm saying? That's how it works though,
Exactly. So a lot of people will contact GPTC, want to get on the bus, and then of course, as us being their advertising company, they will then forward them to us. So that's how I met Chef Black. But mostly what we kind of do this time of year going into the holidays is work with people on their budgets for next year.
Perfect.
Because how you want to level up for 2023.
You talking to me?
Yeah. So
I want to rap.
Exactly. So what's your budget for 2023? Strategically, what you want to look like for 2023. And then we can work with you on your budget for that.
Well, that's the question. What do you want to look like for 2023? Are you starting a brand? Are you building on a brand? And as Cheryl said, are you ready to level up? One more time, tell us how to reach you, website, email address, how do we catch you?
FuelMediaOutdoors.com and Cheryl at FuelMediaHoldings.com.
There it is, another CWHITT session in the books. I have been your host, Chelsea Whittington, chatting with my fellow West Side Cougar, Cheryl Anderson, talking all things branding, mobile advertising. Make that move, make that investment, make that commitment. Thanks so much for tuning in. Share this video, and we'll see you next time. Bye.